Think your last oil change was no big deal? Think again. I've been a certified mechanic for over 10 years, and in that time, I've seen everything from turbocharged Civics to neglected trucks that came in knocking. Just last week, I had a customer roll in thinking their engine was toast. Turned out to be an oil change mistake anyone could have made. One tiny mistake, like skipping a 60-second warm-up, could be grinding your engine from the inside out. From overfilling to using the wrong filter, these common blunders are quietly destroying engines everywhere, and most drivers have no idea they're doing it. Want to know the costly traps hiding in your routine oil change? Stick around, your engine's life might depend on it. In this video, we're exposing 13 surprisingly common blunders that cost drivers thousands, and most don't even realize they're making them. If you care about your car, you can't afford to miss this. Before we dive in, hit that subscribe button and tap the bell icon so you never miss out on the car care tips that can save you thousands. Seriously, your engine will thank you later. Mistake number 13, forgetting to reset the oil change light. I see so many drivers ignore the oil change light after a fresh service. That dashboard notification throws off your maintenance schedule and mileage record, making the car think it's overdue. Just a missed reset button or sequence, and the computer keeps flashing the alert. Most systems let you clear the reminder through the settings or manual. Skip it, and the indicator stays on, sometimes showing a scary warning code or message. The sensor won't know the oil's changed unless you hit reset. Don't let that small step mess up your service routine. Mistake number 12, not checking for leaks after the oil change. I've seen folks skip the recheck, and next thing you know, there's a fresh drip or oily trail on the driveway. A loose filter, bad gasket, or missed seal can cause hidden leaks that lead to serious damage. Always inspect the undercarriage, check the pan, and give everything a final tighten, especially after pouring fresh oil. Look for visible signs, stains, residue, or even a single spot on the ground. A faulty washer or poor pressure balance can be all it takes. I've caught issues just by noticing a small catch of oil where it shouldn't be. Don't let one simple oversight turn into a costly mistake. Do the check, save the headache. Mistake number 11, ignoring the oil drain plug washer. It's wild how often people reuse an old, flat washer thinking it'll still seal. I've seen these worn gaskets cause slow drip leaks that turn into full-blown seepage and oil loss. That cheap little crush washer? It's your first line of defense against low pressure and a leaky pan. Forget to replace it, and you're inviting hidden damage into your engine. A proper drain plug washer keeps things secure, holds the seal, and avoids the need for a premature repair. Too many DIYers over-tighten to compensate, which just leads to stripped threads and even more degraded parts. It's a minor part of the routine, but skipping it wrecks the whole point. One quick swap keeps things tight and clean, no leak, no regrets. Mistake number 10. Not knowing when to change the oil filter. Many car owners assume their filter is fine and diligently change the oil, but skip replacing the filter to save a few dollars, a risky scenario. Over time, the filter gets packed with dirt, metal shavings, and sludge, reducing flow and lubrication to critical engine components like bearings, cam, shafts, and cylinder walls. When it becomes saturated, it may begin bypassing, letting contaminated oil cycle back through, damaging parts and leading to burning in the combustion chamber. I always tell my team the golden rule: oil and filter work together. Watch for indicators like sluggish acceleration, reduced performance, dark oil, excessive exhaust smoke, or unusual noises like ticking and knocking, all signs of clogged filters, restricted flow, and insufficient oil circulation. In some cases, it even correlates with recurring overheating and an inability to maintain proper cooling. Always replace your filter when you change the oil, not just when things go wrong. Mistake number 9. Changing oil on an uneven surface. Many think changing oil on a slope or uneven surface is harmless, but this small act of inexperience can cause big problems. When your car is tilted, used oil doesn't drain completely. Sludge, contaminants, and gunk stay trapped in the pan, mixing with the fresh oil and turning clean into dirty from the start. Over time, this builds residue that affects lubrication and may lead to foaming, excess pressure, and even blown seals. To avoid these mistakes, always check the level after a minute of idle, ensuring the oil has settled properly. Park the car on a flat surface so the dipstick gives an accurate reading, not a misleading one that shows your engine is low or overfilled. This simple step protects your system from hidden damage. Mistake number 8. Installing the new filter without pre-filling it with oil. One common mistake, even seasoned car owners make, is installing a new filter without pre-filling it with oil. In the hurry to finish an oil change, people forget that when the engine starts, the oil pump must first fill an empty filter before it can begin sending oil to critical components. That delay of just a few seconds leaves key parts like bearings and cams exposed to metal contact, which causes wear patterns that are hard to reverse. Without immediate lubrication, the parts are essentially running dry, leading to sanding-like damage that shortens your engine's life. I always recommend pre-filling the filter to avoid this entirely. Those few extra steps can prevent a lot of long-term damage. Still with me? Awesome! If you're learning something new, give this video a like and make sure you've subscribed. We've got more real-world car tips coming that most mechanics won't tell you. Out of these mistakes so far, which one shocked you the most? Or better yet, which one have you been guilty of? Let's talk in the comments. I read every one. Mistake number 7. Too much engine oil, a small overpour, a big problem. You might think adding a little extra oil is no big deal, but overfilling your engine is one of the most harmful things you can do without realizing it. Just last week, I had a customer with a Mazda that kept overheating. They swore the coolant was fine. Turns out, they'd been overfilling their oil, caused foam buildup and pressure issues. Cost them a lot more than just a drain and refill. I've seen many DIYers and even service shops make this mistake, especially when using bulk pumps without checking the dipstick after the oil has settled. When there's excess oil, the crank can start to churn it, mixing it with air and turning it into a foamy, bubbly, almost froth-like mess. This ruins the viscosity, so it can't properly lubricate key components like bearings, cam, and shafts, leading to increased friction and heat. That bubbly texture might look harmless, but it behaves nothing like real oil. What's worse, that foam can create too much pressure, straining the seals and gaskets to the point they leak or fail prematurely. I've seen engines need major repairs all because someone skipped the check after a refill. Always park on flat ground, wait for the engine to cool, and make sure the oil level is between half, quarter, and full on the stick, not above. If you've already overfilled, you'll need to drain some out and get an accurate reading once it's back in the pan. Just a few seconds of caution can save you thousands in repairs. Mistake number 6. Not changing the oil filter. Skipping the oil filter during a change is a mistake many car owners make to save time or money, but it's like mopping the floor with a dirty rag, you're just spreading the grime. That old, clogged canister is still trapping dirt, metal shavings, and sludge, slowing flow and wrecking lubrication to critical parts like bearings, cam, and shafts. It's the kind of shortcut that leads to a worn engine and costly repair. I've seen filters so neglected they look like a junk bin rather than a tool for a clean job. Without a proper swap, your fresh oil can't protect as it should, like taking a pill and hoping it works while eating junk. The cost of a new filter is pocket change compared to the thousands in damage. Treat it like a vital step, not a skip detail. Your savings depends on it. Mistake number 5. Using an incorrect oil filter. Selecting the wrong oil filter is an often overlooked but critical mistake that can severely impact engine performance and longevity. Filters are engineered to meet precise parameters like thread pitch, micron filtration rating, and bypass valve pressure. A mismatched gasket, diameter, or poor seating can lead to leaks or even detach the filter under extreme conditions. That means your lubrication system might drain back into the pan, delaying pressure buildup at startup and leaving parts temporarily unprotected. I've seen owners unknowingly use filters lacking anti-drainback functionality or with coarse filtration that lets abrasive particles circulate, damaging bearings, cylinder walls, and other precision components. On the flip side, a fine, low-capacity filter may clog prematurely, triggering the bypass to open and redirecting unfiltered, contaminant-laden oil back through the system. Always verify your manufacturer's specifications in the owner's manual and use an original equipment part. It's a vital step that protects your engine far beyond a basic swap. Mistake number 4. Skipping regular oil changes. Oil is the lifeblood of your engine, and skipping regular changes is a fast track to internal damage. One guy came in thinking his timing chain was toast, rattling, misfiring, the whole 9 yards. Turns out he hadn't changed his oil in 18,000 miles. Classic sludge buildup killing performance. Over time, heat, combustion byproducts, and mechanical shear degrade its chemical structure, weakening the resilient film that protects critical components from metal-on-metal friction and wear. Left unchanged, oil turns into a thick, tar-like sludge that clogs passages, starves high-stress parts like timing chains and turbochargers, and accelerates deterioration. Even at low mileage, oil degrades with age. Additives that neutralize acids and prevent corrosion deplete in a relatively short span. Moisture, fuel dilution, and microscopic particles form an abrasive mix that damages the system. The solution isn't complicated. Follow your manufacturer's recommended intervals every 5,000 to 7,500 miles or 6 to 12 months, whichever comes first. In extreme conditions like towing, short trips, or heavy traffic, change it even sooner. Don't just rely on a dashboard light. Knowing what your car needs is the real maintenance. Mistake number 3. Skipping the warm-up, the costly mistake you didn't know you were making. Many DIYers and even experienced drivers think it's harmless to change the oil right after starting the engine, but skipping the warming process can be a serious mistake. When your engine is cold, the oil inside is thick and sluggishly moves through narrow areas. It clings to components like the cam, shafts, and bearings, making it hard to fully drain. Worse, contaminants, particles, and sludge remain trapped, along with metal debris that acts like sandpaper, speeding up wear on parts. The purpose of warming up isn't just comfort, it's about proper lubrication, efficiency, and protecting your engine's lifespan. In my experience, simply letting your car idle for a few minutes before an oil change is the easiest solution to avoid hidden damage. As the engine warms, the oil thinning begins, improving flow and helping push out more impurities during draining. The difference is noticeable. Even fuel economy gets a small boost. Heating the engine also helps release contaminated oil from tight spaces, where it would otherwise stay behind. Give it just 60 seconds more and you're doing your engine a huge favor. All it takes is a little patience to protect something that powers your entire drive. Mistake number 2. Engine oil's inaccurate reading. A misleading oil reading is a hidden but costly blind spot many folks overlook. After pouring in fresh oil, some rush to check the dipstick immediately, but the truth is, it hasn't had time to circulate. The pump needs at least a minute of idle to start pushing oil through the system, letting it seep into every nook, valve train, galleries, and passages, then shut off to settle in the pan. Skipping this 5-minute step means you're guessing the level, risking a top-off when it's already full, or worse, thinking it's fine when it's still too low. I've seen engine damage where bearings, cam, and shafts were left dry, scored cylinders, or seized pistons, all from grinding due to poor lubrication. Oil needs time to coat the filter, crankshaft, and all moving parts before a true reading appears. A simple, non-negotiable fix? After adding oil, let the car idle, then wait a second after shutoff to recheck. That tiny pause is the line between an engine that lasts 200,000 miles and one that dies early. Always trust the process, not a borrowed habit. Mistake number 1. Using the wrong oil type. Your engine isn't a one-size-fits-all machine. Using the wrong oil type is like putting the wrong stuff in your bloodstream. Viscosity matters, too thin, and it can't maintain a protective film, too thick, and it strains the pump, especially during cold starts, delaying lubrication to critical areas like the timing chain or turbocharger, causing dry starts and early wear. I've seen folks throw in 5W20 in older engines built for 10W40 or 20W50 in modern cars, causing high heat, increased friction, and irreversible damage. Manufacturers assign numbers like 5W30 based on the tiny gaps in moving parts, environmental factors, and operating needs. In colder climates, lower winter ratings flow more readily. In hotter regions, higher ratings offer better stability, strength, and resist thermal breakdown. Always respect your ride, match the proper grade, and your engine will hum for years. Bonus tip: trusting aftermarket filters without verification. Not all aftermarket filters are created equal. Some may look similar but lack the reliable build quality of OEM parts. While there are reputable brands out there, blindly trusting without a cross-check can lead to poor installation or damage. Always verify dimensions, valve types, and pressure ratings before use. In my garage, I've seen filters that barely matched up, causing slow leaks and performance issues. Even if it fits, that doesn't mean it's built to the same standards. Stick with known brands and always cross-check against your vehicle's specs to ensure proper fit and function. Conclusion: oil changes aren't just routine maintenance, they're critical to your engine's health. Skipping warm-ups, overfilling, using the wrong filter or oil, or rushing the process can lead to major damage over time. By avoiding these common mistakes and following proper procedures, you ensure better performance, longer engine life, and fewer costly repairs. A few extra minutes of care today can save you thousands tomorrow. There you have it, these mistakes that could be silently killing your engine. Want your ride to last longer and run smoother? Subscribe now and join a community of drivers who actually know their stuff. And hey, hit that like button if you learned something today.